Hello, everyone. Welcome back to a Cryptic crossword. Since today's regular New York Times crossword video accidentally went out there muted, I figure I'll leave it up there. But also, wouldn't it be nice to do a Cryptic crossword today? I did one a few days ago and cruised through it, finished it in 15 minutes, which is like crazy for me. So here we go, Cryptic. It's been a little while, so as always, here's a reminder on how Cryptic crosswords work. Just like an American crossword, you're meant to fill in every cell with a letter so that the crossings match. But the clues are given to you differently. Each clue gives you an answer in two different ways. One way is generally an oblique definition, and one way is wordplay of some kind. Often, there's an invisible divider in the word where one side is the definition and the other is the wordplay, but this isn't guaranteed. So, let's get started here. Noise of contempt must grate on holly. Well, something berry, right? Holly berry, raspberry, grate is to rasp, and then we have raspberry, which is a noise of contempt. You go, right? So raspberry. Street stalls can adjust. Skis okay. Well, skis okay is 6 letters long, and if we think about, adjust, that could mean to rearrange the letters. The wordplay, a common form of wordplay in cryptics, certainly not the only one, as we already saw, is an anagram, and there are lots of words that can be a hint saying you should anagram something. Adjust is one of them. So skis okay is being adjusted into kiosks, which are street stalls. Let's look at some crosses, or some acrosses, since we have crosses for them. Some gentleman, if established, is quite obvious. I don't know. How about this? Chooses to stop out. Well, that's opts. Chooses is the definition, opts. And out can be another anagram indicator. Stop is 4 letters. We anagram it into opts. I don't quite know why out is like an anagram indicator. There's lots of things where you really have to stretch your mind to be like, okay, sure, fine. I'll grant you this is an anagram indicator. Is it because when the road is out, it's broken or something? Or out you're angry? I don't know. It's a mystery. Out of sorts? Who knows? Ignites new forest site. Sets fire to means ignites. And they do tell you when there are word breaks here. So it's a 4-letter word, a 4-letter word, and a 2-letter word. And if we look at forest site, I suspect, these are the letters in sets fire to. So it's being written in a new way, i.e. anagrammed again. Sideboard is assistant to wardrobe. Is this a dresser? Would you call a dresser a sideboard? I don't know. I guess maybe. I wouldn't. But, cryptics come from a British tradition, and maybe that's a thing there. And anyway, someone who is an assistant to, say, the wardrobe department of a movie would be a dresser, I guess. Maybe that's what they're talking about in the definition or the wordplay part. Agonized about Californian naval port. Well, this must be San something, if it's a Californian naval port. Or, but what exactly? San... hang on. Of course. Agonized is the right number of letters, and it's about being turned about into a different order. We get San Diego, which is indeed a port in California. Meat the breadwinner brings home. Well, that's just bacon. You bring home the bacon, and bacon is meat. Do leave Golden Valley. I want this to be Glen, because a glen is a kind of valley. Ah, and if the letters in do were to leave the word golden, we would be left with Glen. There we go. That's one nice thing, by the way, about cryptics. On the one hand, you don't get as many crosses. Like in an American crossword, every letter, generally speaking, should be part of an across and a down, so you can check answers if something was ambiguous. You don't get that so much in cryptics, but each answer checks itself because the clue is giving you the answer twice. So here it could have been Glen or Vale or Dell or something, but the just from the definition part for valley, right? But the wordplay tells you, no, it's definitely Glen. No need to check any crosses. Language used by Canton gorillas. What? There's a thing called Congee, Congee, I think. And I don't know if that's a language. It might be. Ah, no, hang on. Yeah, so used by is the wordplay clue here. It's telling me that the phrase Canton gorillas uses the answer itself. And if we look, we'll see Tongue. So the answer is tongue, which is a language. What is Congee? Let me go look that up. I hope it's not a rude word I've said. It is a food? Chinese rice porridge. Okay, good. Antacid needed for pop after cooking. Something pill, maybe? Something ing. Something? Baking soda? Why would that be? Is that an antacid? Like, is it? I think it is a base, but do you like? I think of antacid as meaning like something you actually imbibe, or not. That would be drink, but like that you take in, you eat or consume to fight like stomach acid. Maybe antacid is more generally like something that is basic. And maybe you do like maybe people do just put baking soda in their mouths. I don't know exactly what it is. Pop after cooking, like cooking sounds like an anagram indicator, but I don't see how it could be. I wonder if this is just a double definition, like antacid. Ah, no, I see. Antacid is the definition, and pop is soda, and it's being written after cooking. Baking is a kind of cooking, right? So it's baking soda, where pop is being written after cooking. Okay, cool. A heavy weight over Anglican Church immediately. The exclamation point is often an indicator that something weird is being done with the format. I used to think it always meant that like the whole clue is the definition and the whole clue is the wordplay, but I'm no longer quite so convinced that that's a universal thing versus just something the New York Times used to do. A heavy weight. A tone? Because a heavy weight is a ton. Donate. Over, like A, could maybe A, Anglican is just A? I don't know. Outlaw gang leader. Making loud noise. Loud noise is probably the definition. Is this bang somehow? Because, like, gang almost uses the same letters. Yes, it is bang. There we go. Because to outlaw something is to ban it, and the leader of the word gang is the letter G. So if we write outlaw and then the leader of gang, we get bang, which is a loud noise. In speech, a basis makes one look silly. So in speech here is a kind of, in the same sense that there are anagram indicators and whatever, in speech is often indicating you are meant to mishear something, use a homophone of a word. So a basis, you might think someone was saying a basis, which means makes one look silly. Girl from Troy, well, that must be Helen, seen in the lens. And indeed we have Helen here, seen in the lens. What about this across? Belittled lair? I rasped. Dunno. UV shield for Australia and a single hen. A UV shield could be like sunscreen. What do they call that in the Commonwealth, right? They don't call it sunscreen. They call it something else. Sun something, right? Suntan lotion, I guess? I mean, you hear that here in the US sometimes too. Do they have another word for it that I've forgotten? I don't remember. Oh, might it be an Australian brand of sunscreen? That's a pretty tall order, I think. I don't think that would be in here. And a single hen. Don't know. Some Eskimo is tending to add a little water. Some. Yes, I knew it. Some sounds like it's we've seen a couple of this type of clue already. They're called hiddens, where a phrase has the answer embedded in it, and some is something that can hint to that. Here, if we look at Eskimo is tending, and we look moisten, which is to add a little water. Have I already looked this down? No. Time limit of steamship has a lethal quality. If I had to guess, time is the definition. The limit of steamship could be like SP, for example, or something like that. And then that could have, i.e., it could contain a lethal quality. And we could have S something P, but I don't know. How about this? At heart, hobo is talented musician. Oboist? I guess, yeah. I guess at heart is another hidden indicator. If you look at oboist, appears inside of hobo is talented. I would have thought oboist has an E in it, but maybe not. Responds to Queen backing parliamentary laws. Don't know. Rockmelon, perhaps. Or peach or plum. Now, I notice rockmelon is 9 letters. We're being asked for 10, though. Thought maybe perhaps was an anagram indicator. Okay, don't know. Cain's brother sounds competent. Cain's brother is Abel. And that sounds like Abel, i.e. competent. Respects moderate symbols of authority. Salutes. He's a little bit like respects, but no. Wait, have I done this one already? Oh yeah, the time limit of the steamship. Get me out of here. Can April... Oh no. Birth sign? What are... I don't know the dang birth signs. Oh, they're not talking about stones either, I think. They're talking about, like, zodiac signs, probably. These songbirds. Canaries. Okay, that's not so bad. April birth sign is Aries, and Aries, and you get songbirds. Oh, ozone layer? Oz refers to Australia. And a single hen is a layer. And the ozone layer is a UV shield for the Earth. Liver, indeed, has been handed over. Huh. Don't know. Responds to Queen. Responds. Says yes. Hear of. Well, there's several clues I don't see what to do with yet. But there's a couple new crosses we haven't looked at, so maybe. So what is some gentleman? If some gentleman, if established. Oh, is some an anagram indicator again? Could it be manifest? It is manifest. Man if est. I feel like there aren't usually that many hiddens in a cryptic, but I'll take it. Grated is rasped, so... Oh, is it denigrated? It is den-I-grated. Which is lair I rasped, and if you belittled something, you denigrated it. Very cute. How about this? We have a new E. I don't know what's going on here. Is a rock melon like a real thing? I don't know what it... I guess it's a melon, right? I don't know. Respects moderate or moderate symbols of authority. Don't know. Okay, we have a ton of crosses for this. Time limit. Time. Limit. Lethal quality. Quality. The limit. I guess limit could be referring to time. It could be looking for the T and the E in time. Somethingness, maybe? Could that be something? Deadliness? That's a lethal quality. I like that a lot. Now let's try to justify it. Time limit. Time. I don't. AD? Are they talking about AD as a time? Or the timeline? Add line, dead. Okay, steamship. Huh? What does this steamship want from me? Time. Ah, a time limit is a deadline. Okay. So where do I get those two S's at the end from? Of steamship? Oh, maybe steamship is just SS? Did I? Interesting. I'm not, I mean, like, I guess, you know, like, naval ships are, like, these days they're named USS, in America anyway, the military ships. Does the SS in that stand for steamship? Maybe it does, or maybe it used to. Cool. A heavyweight. I mean, it looks a lot like... Ah, it is a ton. Okay, so... At once means immediately. And... I don't know what CE... Oh, gosh, really? So I wonder if... Like, is CE an abbreviation for the Anglican Church? Or maybe CE, meaning Common Era, is an abbreviation for immediately that the Anglican Church has popularized? I'm not sure, but something like that. And then we get at once. So this is one of our new hints. We have an S and maybe an E that we didn't have here before. No, I had the E before. So stone. Okay, a stone is a rock. Stone fruit? Ha! Peach and plums, they're fruits with stones, and like that's what you call the seed or the pit in the middle. You call it a stone. And I guess a rock melon is kind of a stone fruit. Get it? Responds to Queen backing parliamentary laws. I don't know. Liver, indeed, has been handed over. Has been handed over. Like something you seed has been handed over. A liver is an entity, someone who lives. Life. No. This is not really related to a cryptic at all. And certainly does not mean I found the answer here. But I always, when doing code reviews, one thing that makes me laugh and that I don't usually bother people about, I mean, it depends, but I guess in a code review I would mention it, but if like just looking over someone else's code, I wouldn't always change it. Anyway, point is, a word often used in programming is delimiter, something that goes between things. But a lot of people don't know how to spell it, and they spell it delimeter, which is like, instead of the thing that goes between things, you're talking about like what they use to weigh ham at the deli. Just kind of makes me laugh. We could fit delimeter in here. Is what I noticed. Actually, this is sort of related because liver, you get liver at the deli, right? Is this deli meats or something? Deli something, I think. Deli. Liver indeed has been handed over. I'll write in deli meats. I don't think it's right. Yeah. And indeed, one thing I don't really appreciate about this website is that when you get an answer right, whether you want it to or not, it highlights it in green and won't let you edit it. So you're never left guessing about whether you were right. So here, deli meats was wrong. But I think deli is okay. Responds to queen. Backing. Parliamentary laws. I don't know what the joke is with parliamentary laws. Probably it ends with an S though, whether it's responds or laws. It's either plural or present tense, so there's that, I guess. Ah, hang on. This is reacts. If you respond to something, you react. And I mean, I don't know what queen. Oh God, this is some stupid British. This cryptic crossword site does a much better job than most of not being British. So I can't get too mad when occasionally something British slips in. The New York Times, when they were doing cryptics, did a great job because they did an American style one. And the clues were about like American politics instead of British politics, which was very nice as an American. But something culture neutral would be even better. Here, this is mostly culture neutral, but sometimes British slips in. Queen usually would mean ER in a British crossword. Elizabeth Regina. And here it's backing being written backward. And everyone British would just know, of course, Queen, that's ER. But for me, I have to stop and think. And remember, I've heard that about other people's cryptics. So, and then parliamentary laws are just acts. Okay, we're getting there. Respects. Moderate. Well, I mean, again, this ends with an S because it's either plural or present tense. Symbols of authority. I guess that's not true. Authority could be the definition. Then we have respects, moderate symbols as the wordplay. slash slur spa. I mean, it looks like specters. Maybe it is specters actually. Scepters. There we go. Look, the letters in respects can be rearranged to give you Oh God, it's British. Probably R-E, right? E-R? No, it is R-E. Won't let me change it anymore. So to moderate the letters in a word is like rearrange it. And symbols of authority are scepters. So what is this? I've got all the crosses I'll ever get. Is this something about delivered? Oh, it is. Something that's been handed over. And liver, I mean, oh, I see. So liver is put inside of deed. We get D-E-E-D around the end. Yeah, I don't want to... Okay, fine. I just want to keep admiring the puzzle, please. Yeah, so deed goes around the end, and then in it we have liver. So there's liver in deed. Get it? I like it. And I made it through another cryptic. This one took half an hour, but I'm always happy to complete one of these without asking for help. This site is lovettspuzzles.com if you want to give it a try. L-O-V-A-T-T-S puzzles.com. I think these cryptics, generally speaking, are much easier than the average cryptic you will find online, which is just the right speed for me. They're still not easy. But if I have a crack at a Guardian cryptic, I am just, lucky if I get 3 answers or something. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.